What's happening, everyone? Dan again, doing bits on this beast. I'm not going to muck about today. Check out what I've done. Bit daring, isn't it? Bit daring. Let's look from this side. There's a bit of focus. Boom. So that's a bit of a game changer. Thought I'd brighten up the front wheel a bit. I am going to do the back as well, but it's going to have to wait for now, because as you can see, it's going to be chain and sprocket day today. I want to give all that a clean up. I've got to sort this slack out. It looks like we're not actually using a tensioner. I don't know, but I've already popped this cover off and look at the absolute state of it. So that's the first job. We've got to get this all cleaned up. The front sprocket looks pretty knackered, but I'm going to use it for now because I want to get it out and give it a bit of a test ride really and see what happens. So I'm just going to get cleaning. Basically I'm going to use DP60 and WD-40, bit of brake cleaner, and yeah, some wire brushes and some rags. Also, whilst I think of it, big shout out to Nick for the advice with the spoke wraps. As you can see, mate, it did go pretty well. You see, I had this problem with the wraps bulging where the spokes are crossover. There's probably still evidence of that somewhere. But yeah, basically, look, there's one there, right here. So they'd open up like that, where the spokes would cross over. And yeah, we had a bit of chat with that, and now I can get them sort of nice and flush. Right there, perfect example. So yeah, big shout out, thank you very much for that. That was very helpful. Secondly, big shout out to my brother, because we like to call this stuff sprocket soil, and I think that is the best name ever created for the gunk that builds up on your sprockets. Don't you just hate it when you drop things like this and it just completely disappears? And just like that, it's looking a whole lot better. Still looks, you know, all crusty and crappy around here, but I can get in there once I actually change the chain and sprocket out. This one itself, if we come right in here, the teeth look kind of pointy, but not too bad, you know. They're not sharp or anything, so they're not, I don't think they're that worn down. Especially on the back, that looks absolutely MOT-able. So what I'm going to do, whip this case back on. I didn't actually know that the back of that was plastic coloured. So that's nice and clean now. That can go back on, or clean enough for a chain. I'll probably get it all greased up now, and then jack the bike up, get it level, and get that tightened up. Let's see how that goes, because I don't actually have a proper bike jack. I've only got a car jack and some lumps of wood. Could be interesting on my own, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So that's the bike jacked up in an incredibly dangerous manner. Just make sure, if you're gonna do this at home, that you jack it up in the right way so the back wheel spins freely. That's what this bit of wood does. That's just holding it ever so slightly forward. And you've got to make sure that you've got everything about 1 millimetre away from falling on top of you whilst you're working on it and seriously injuring yourself. So that's a top tip, make sure you do that. But yeah, that's the method we're going with. So now we can give that a spin. It needs a bit of a clean up. I've already given it a quick wipe over with this Auto Extreme wheel cleaner. which seems to be pretty crap because it doesn't really do anything. Yeah, I've given it a bit of a clean over, so now all I need to do is tighten the chain up. And I'm also debating whether or not to salt the back brake whilst I'm here and I've got it up, and you know, I'm able to do that. But I'm going to think about that as I tighten the chain. So let's do a bit of that. All it's going to do, well, all it'll involve will be loosening this main bolt off so the whole wheel can move backward and forward, and then these are your adjuster nuts. There's another two on the other side, right, if we focus right there. So I've got to undo, loosen up this one, loosen up this back one, and then this one is the actual one that holds the plate on. So I'll go, you know, 2 turns at a time, 2 turns at a time, keep everything nice and centered, and just tighten this up until it reaches the recommended slack, whatever it says in the book. We'll check the Bible in a minute. Simple as that. And there we go. I'm not sure if I can show you this. Well, I'm not going to be able to really. Let's try and just stand this up. There we are. So, if you can see there, I'm on about 3 centimeters of slack. So I'm thinking, because it's an old chain, yeah, because it's old, it's going to be a bit, you know, loosey-goosey anyway. So I thought I'd do it to kind of the top end, and just kind of see what happens, really. Like, I know it's going to tighten up once I take it off the stand, so I'm not going to have any trouble with it sort of bashing into the guard there. I want it to get just a touch tighter than it is now, and that'll be perfect. But as you can see, they've got to be quite loose anyway because of the suspension so soft and stuff. But yeah, job's good. That's all I've got to do now. Tighten this bad boy back up. That'll lock these two in place. That's all ready to come back off the jack because I cannot be bothered with the back brake today. That can wait for another day and another video. And there it is, the finished product. It's now dark out, but that's what we're dealing with. I haven't taken it for a test ride yet, but I thought I'd give you a quick walk around with the old Leximus in the background there. It looks a lot brighter out on camera. It looks like daytime, but it isn't, I promise. So yeah, I've not taken it for a test yet because I was doing this. Just kind of hiding the nasty cracked bits. You can still kind of see them, but it looks a lot better now. And I kind of like the old paint fade on the front mudguard. I think it looks cool. So that's what it looks like. I like it. It's starting to look cool. I've obviously got green to do on the back wheel, but the chain, as you can see, is nice and, I mean, loose-ish there, but when I'm sitting on it, it's absolutely perfect. So I just thought I'd give you a quick look at it. Besides that, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that little bell too, so you know when I make new videos. And the most important thing of all, keep doing bits.